All right, so let's jump back into this topic about the movie collection battle. Now, this is something that I get asked about at least once a week. I either have someone in my DMs or in a video if I release one that's asking, what happened to the movie collection battle? Are you bringing it back? What's going on with it? And then sometimes, I get people in live streams that, might bring the question up about the battle in somebody else's live stream. And they may want to, talk about it. Matter of fact, let's roll the clip. I got a clip from the last one that I got when someone was asking a question on someone's live stream about the battle. I definitely appreciate what was said. So if you haven't heard it, let's check it out.
Adrian is talking about the battles. I would like to see the battles come back. I still miss them. I mean, that was a fun time, and so many people that I watch on YouTube now and are in the chat here today, or that watch me. So many of us got our start because we just started hanging around watching the movie battles and got to talking back and forth with one another and encouraging one another, and especially getting encouragement from bluray. And much shout outs to him. He's responsible for so many channels just starting. And sometimes it saddens me a little bit that his channel doesn't get as much support as it should. And it's all tied up in the battles. It's a gift and a curse. He gave us a great thing, but when he's not giving us that exact thing, he doesn't get the same support. But he should.
I definitely appreciate that, man. Dale's not the only one. I know Ken has also done it, Mid-Level Media, and Movies with Ryan. They're very good at, letting everybody know, where the live streams really started kicking in at, where a lot of channels, really originated from and things like that. I definitely appreciate the kind comments. It's not something that, I'm looking for when I do things like this. This is just for everybody. So nonetheless, man, let's get into it real quick. Let's talk about it. So as many of you already know, the movie collection battle was something that I came up with. I've seen it. I'm a sneakerhead, as you can say. I love sneakers, so I'm in the sneaker community a lot. So that was something that they were doing, sneaker battles. So I looked at it. I said, you know what? I'm at a rough spot with the channel, so what can I do? Something different that nobody else is doing. I really just wanted to go straight live streams, no more regular videos. So I came up with the movie collection battle. I did that. I did forecast, which was talking about the upcoming 4K releases. And I tried to do cool kids section as well. So nothing but live streams. Oh, and the interviews. Don't forget the interviews. I tried to do those also. So I just wanted to be a live stream channel. The movie collection battle, that was something that I brought in, as a way to bring I know we don't want to use this word, but I have a hard time switching my vernacular and saying the word that I want to use, which is Blu-ray section of YouTube. A lot of people say the Blu-ray community, but we're going to say the Blu-ray section. So, one thing I had always noticed that with the Blu-ray section of YouTube was that a lot of the top content creators, they really didn't venture down into the smaller channels. I wouldn't see them shouting them out. The live streams that it was happening, I would never see collaborations, especially if someone had much smaller view count. But what I did know is that they are watching. They're definitely watching because, you run out of ideas. So, you start scrolling through, looking at other people's channel from time to time, and you come up with ideas based off what you see. So I knew they were watching. I had my own shout outs from a larger channel that people hit me up. Was like, yo, such and such shouted out your channel. So I know they're watching. I always said that. So that's what the movie collection battle was all about. Just bringing everybody together, have some fun, show off your collection, create a little camaraderie amongst everybody, just having fun, man, getting to know people. So that's what that was all about. I just wanted to give everybody the chance to be up on a live stream, no matter who you were, how many titles you had in your collection, no matter how many subs you had to your channel, no matter how many views. It was something for everybody. I think I did a very good job with that. I never steered clear of keeping that going, but nonetheless, that was what the movie collection battle was all based around. Now, I would say many might agree that some of the best battles that came out were ones where people highly promoted their upcoming battle. And I would say the tag team battles was some of the most entertaining battles that we done on the channel. Of course, the first tournament was very cool. I definitely appreciated that, man. That was super huge. I never expected so many people with the outpouring of support for that tournament to, get that prize pool up to what it was. So I definitely appreciate everybody for that. And of course, I got to give a big shout out to Miss Jess, man. Miss Jess she was like my unofficial co-host. I know you guys loved her. But let's keep it going, man. So yeah, the movie collection battle, man, it had its ups, it had its downs. You know, a lot of people wanted to try to tell me, you know, you should do this with it, you should do that. And I would take it into consideration, but most of the time I would keep it to what I wanted to do, because I understood that, you know, I didn't see anything wrong with what I was doing. Of course, you always want things to elevate and get better. So I did try to, at times, try to incorporate some of the things that people wanted me to do. So I tried to really sit back and think, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to do it like this or like that, based on the feedback that I would get? So I did change things up from time to time, trying to bring it something new, something fresh, from adding multiple co-hosts, adding 2 battles a night, doing the tournament, doing last man standing, tag team battles, all that good stuff, man. So I tried to incorporate new things to it. We will see the views go up and down. Most of the time it will be down. On some of my favorite ways to do it was to bring in fresh new faces that nobody knew, because, you know, we want to get these people out there. We want more channels, you know, so we can have new content to watch all the time. So that was my favorite way to do things, is to bring in new faces. But a lot of times people steer clear of those battles because they want to see people whose channels they're already watching, or people with high sub counts and things like that. So that was one of the downsides to the movie collection battles. Let's go back to promos. Promos was something that, you know, I enjoy for people to do. Promos was not all about, you know, let's trash talk each other, let's create some drama. It was not that. That's not something I ever wanted. Unfortunately, it did happen maybe twice or something like that. Well, one battle didn't happen, but it was kind of drama related. That's not really what I was looking for it, but, you know, I felt like if you're gonna do it, that's between you and that person, and as long as you keep it between y'all two and don't start bringing in family members or kids, then hey, do what you want to do. Y'all are grown. But yeah, I always wanted people to do the promos, because promos help promote the battle, get eyes on it, so everybody's excited for Thursday night, build that extra tension. And, you know, just we're creating something, man. But yeah, a lot of people sometimes just didn't promo quite like I wanted to. Other people would really dig into it, like Kenwood, Rev, 4K, Jerry, and a few others. You know, they would do their promos, but for the most part, man, it was hard to get people to do promos. So let's fast forward all the way to kind of where the battle started to die down for me and me wanting to do it. So at one point I did go ahead and settle down and hadn't done the battle for a while. People kept asking about the battles, so I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make the battles better? So I finally brought the battles back, and one thing I tried to introduce was the trailers to bring hype. So what I would do was go back to older battles. If it was people going head to head that I've already done battles, I would go back, rewatch the battles, pull clips out, create a trailer to help build hype, try to create a teaser trailer to let y'all know a battle is coming, but I'm not telling you who's battling yet. Next trailer would be, you know, the reveal and so forth. So that was part of what I wanted to do. And then my next decision was, let's do more than one battle a night. Let's start a little bit earlier. We'll do less rounds, give you multiple battles, because everybody always wanted, once the battle was over, they'd be like, let's do extra rounds, let's do extra rounds. So I figured, okay, you know what? Let's just add a second battle. So yeah, I wanted it created like a boxing card, multiple battles. Let's do trailers. Let's do promos. So I'm asking for a lot, right? But I didn't think it was very much in my eyes. All I wanted was like 10 to 15 second promo so I can make a video out of it and hype the battle. Because, you know, you as the contestant, you want as many eyes on it as possible. I want as many eyes on it as possible. I want as many people in the chat so they can vote and we can all have a good time. So I didn't think I was asking for too much out of the way, because I know everybody, time is something that you can't get back. I say it all the time. So I know everybody has things to do from their own channel, work, school related, anything, family, anything like that. So that's all I wanted was 15 seconds of your time. As I kept going, I was thinking, okay, I kind of want to add something else. I wanted to do media scrums. So if you guys don't know what a media scrum is, it's like before a boxing fight, like a couple of days before, they would have like a press conference. So the first one I did was just me, hosted by Kel-El, where I was asking questions about the battle, trying to hype it up. My full intention was to get, let's say the battle's on Thursday. On Tuesday, I wanted to have like the media scrum or press conference where I have me, maybe my co-host, and whoever's battling that night to come up. Let's do a live stream. Let's talk about our collections, you know, how you feel like you can beat your opponent or whatever. Let's just, you know, real quick, 30, 45 minutes. It didn't have to be super long. So that was the plan with that. It didn't work out. Back to the promos. I wanted promos, but unfortunately with one of the battles, it was a little bit hard to get people to do promos. You know, everybody would say, yes, I will come up on Thursday night. But then when I want something extra from them, it's like pulling teeth, man. It was hard to get people to do it. So, you know, that was very frustrating for me because in my mind, I know what these battles can turn into. I know what my creativity level is, and when I'm intrigued to do something, I will do it. And that's where the trailers and stuff came from. And I think, you know, I've heard some people say, you know, your trailers was getting better, and I felt like they was getting better. I love the trailers. I would rewatch them so many times because I'm like, wow, can't believe I'm doing this. So I knew where I wanted to go with this thing, but you know, it takes the help of everybody. You know, everybody's talking about, oh, the battles are so fun. You gotta be there Thursday nights. This is the place to be and all that. But y'all don't know, man, from behind the scenes, it is very hard to put this stuff together. Anybody that does live streams know that once a panel, it's hard to get people to come up at the same time. So it was a lot of work doing it, man. So Thursday night, I would usually take off Friday. And then the weekend, I'm right back at it trying to find you guys who's coming up the next Thursday night. So Monday, I'm creating questions and all that. So it was a lot. And, you know, most people don't know it because you're just sitting there watching. So it got very frustrating, very stressful, especially with me wanting to do so much and asking, and then you don't have the backup support for it. You know, it comes a time where it's just like, okay, I need to figure out, is this worth my time anymore? So that's where I was at with it, man. With the last battle, I think the last one, Nick and Bob. I think that may have been the last one, maybe not, but let's start at that one anyway. That one just did not go down the way I wanted it to. It did get promoed. It got a little messy. Not too messy, but it was a little messy. And then come battle night, one of the contestants, a lot of people was complaining about him, that he was just stone faced. It felt like he was trying to sabotage the battle, just didn't want to be there, had a look on his face like he wanted to get it over with. So that one, as far as engagement and the crowd really liking it, I don't think too many people care for that battle. So that one didn't work out well. Let's go to, I think the next one was a triple threat. I want to say it was AJ, Michael Singletary, and Nate Flicks. That was not a bad battle, but it was a little difficult getting the promo material. And it's not a shot to anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. The title is Honest Truth about this. I didn't get the support that I felt like I really wanted out of it, so you know, it kind of put me back into that like thinking mode. Am I asking for too much? You know, is my the inspiration is in the intrigue, is it bigger than what it should be because I'm asking people to do too much? So I had to sit back and think about it, and I just started realizing, like, you know, things wasn't going the way I wanted it to, and now I'm not intrigued anymore. I'm not excited by it, so I dialed it back. I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to do the battles right now because it doesn't intrigue me. That's first and foremost. Yes, I want everybody to come through, have a good time. I want to have fun on Thursday nights. It was a lot of fun doing it, but first and foremost, I have to want to do it. If I don't want to do it, it's going to translate on screen that, you know, I'm just not really into it, and I don't want to put half the effort into something and it turn out like that. I want to give you guys my full effort every single time that I do something. So that's where we were at with that. And then the last piece of the puzzle, because I don't want anybody to think, you know, I just laid out a lot, and I don't want anybody to think that, you know, one person or a group of people steered me away from wanting to go live or do these battles anymore. It was nothing about one person or 2, 3, 4 people. You know, that is what it is. I know my name gets drugged. I know there's a big group chat where somebody talks trash about me, and unfortunately, there's people in that group that seem to believe or follow whatever the person or people want to say about me. So if that's the case, which it does seem like that's the case, and I know that stuff has been said about me, then those aren't people that I want around here anyway. I want the tried and true that's been here for a long time. I know who they are. If that's just 10 to 15 people, then so be it. You know, those are people that's been here forever. They watch every piece of content that I put out. And like what Dale said, there's just a lot of people that only wanted the battles. but there's a few that, will watch every single piece of content that I put out, and I definitely appreciate it. So those that straddle the fence or that's over there that feel like, oh, I can only watch D-Ray's videos in the background, I can't comment and stuff like that because I don't want to see the people that I talk to on the regular that don't really rock with him. I don't want them to see me over there with him because then they're going to feel a certain way. I don't want you over here at all. You can unfollow, you can unsubscribe. It doesn't matter to me. That's not who I want around my channel. If you're going to ride the fence, you might as well jump it to the other side. I'm just be honest with you. But that is what it is on that part. I just want to let y'all know that it was not anything to do with all that. That's whatever. End of the day, I don't dislike or hate anybody here. Half of y'all, most of y'all I'll never see in my life. So how can I hate somebody I don't know? So if there is any hatred towards me, I don't quite understand it. I don't think I ever did anything to anybody, really said anything about anybody. If you didn't like something that I said before from a previous video where I said, certain content's not for me, then you took it personal because I didn't say any name. I said no one's name. I just said the content ain't for me. And that's no different than us sitting here saying, hey, this movie sucks. There's some people that like the movie. Just because you don't, that's not a bad thing. There's people that like certain content that I don't like. That's totally fine. So it is what it is. But anyway, yes, eventually I would like to bring the battles back, but I would like to do it in my own capacity. If I don't have people that's on board to do the media scrums, I'm not really worried about. Those don't have to be done. But I would like to still do the trailers. So I would need, if you haven't been on the battle, I would need some type of content from you. Promo video, 20, 30 seconds, so I can create trailers. And any promos that you do up until fight night or battle night, whatever you want to call it, that's up to you. But I do need that to create some type of trailer or something. If everybody wants to have a good time, we all got to play our part. I can't do every single thing. I know it's my channel and all that, but it's a lot of work. And if you guys want to build it bigger and better than what it already is, then I need some support behind it. And I don't feel like I'm asking much. 20 seconds to film a promo. I know a lot of people here aren't extrovert, they're very introvert. I mean, that's all I'm asking for is 15, 20-second promos, things like that. So yes, I would like to bring the battles back, but I have to be intrigued by it. I need to be engaged. I want to give my 100% effort. So yes, the battles can come back one day. I am definitely just not completely gone away from doing battles. I would love to have the battles back on Thursday nights at 8:30 or 9 p.m. Man, it was a good time. But I need support. Thank you for tuning in to 4K Radio with 4K D-Ray. This is the Last Format Podcast. For more great content, you can find me over on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.